The Speaker, on the matter of security, it is time for us all, and especially those who are in authority, to walk the talk. As I said, too much talk is not helping anyone. I'm hearing of the usual threats that those who break the law will face the full force of the law. That as we carry out these investigations, no stone will be left unturned. Mr. Speaker, those things stopped making sense a long time ago. It is time for action. This sitting of the Senate is a call to action, both from us and those others who are in positions of responsibility. Mr. President, if you love your country and you have listened to what the demonstrators are saying, let heads roll in the security apparatus and departments of this country. Speaker, I asked some young people from my office to tell me when, lastly, the Inspector General of Police, Koome, spoke to this nation. And they went to the archives and they have told me that the last time that the IG spoke to Kenyans was on 17th of April 2024. And what was he saying? He was saying, and I quote, that as the Inspector General of Police, I would like to assure you, he is speaking to a contingent of police officers being dispatched to Haiti. He's saying, I want to assure you that they, the officers, have the capability, capacity, and training to succeed in this mission, and that they will deliver when they get to Haiti. That's the last thing that Kenyans heard from the IG. When the country is burning, the IG is silent. So, Speaker, one of the requirements for demonstrations is that demonstrators would notify the police, they would be guided on where to go and how to organize their demonstrations, be escorted through streets or wherever they are going, presentation of petitions. The IG is absent. Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, the words that the President used on the former IG, Mr. Mutyambai, on the level of incompetence and being clueless, perhaps those words are better suited used on IG Koome. Perhaps actually the President spoke too early when he addressed Mutyambai. Talking about incompetence and lack of capacity, the Inspector General of Police is the embodiment of lack of capacity to lead the Kenya Police Service. Mr. Koome must leave office immediately for this country to enjoy peace and tranquility. The Speaker, lastly, let me speak very briefly on this matter of corruption. The Speaker, corruption has become the order of the day in this country. Unfortunately, the institution that has been charged with the responsibility of fighting corruption is itself the biggest den of corruption. The EACC, the Speaker, is either unwilling or unable to fight corruption in this country. They will not help us in this journey. Mr. Speaker, I've listened to the presentation by the majority leader on the performance of the judiciary. Though I have gone on record to applaud the CJ, the Chief Justice, for having the courage to lead from the front, a lot more needs to be done in the judiciary, and especially on matters corruption. That justice now has become a commodity of sale in the judiciary is a very sad state of affairs in our country. We want this monster to be tackled properly, and the Speaker also challenged the demand side of corruption. Because there's also that demand side of corruption, Mr. Speaker. We must have a candid conversation as a country. When churches and schools and hospitals and all manner of institutions, when they look at their members of parliament, the people serving the public service, as the people who are supposed to give them money in Arambes to do all this manner of things every weekend, every day of the week, where is it that we expect these people to get this money from? Mr. Speaker, we must have a national dialogue, a national conversation on how to fight corruption. But lastly, Mr. Speaker, the Speaker, including what Senator Onyonka has said, but more seriously and more importantly, this thing about members of parliament, about public officers being expected to dish out money in Arambes every day,
Let's add 2 minutes for the Senator to conclude.
Thank you, the Speaker, for indulging me. So this idea of members of parliament being seen as moving ATMs, people who have so much money to just give, to people. Mr. Speaker, that will not help us. We must learn to live within our means, both the leaders and the people being led. Let people not expect too much money, too much contributions from members at a time that we are saying we must uphold austerity for this country to move forward. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, as the majority has said in moving the motion, let us now have a new budget estimate tabled before Parliament so that now we can debate and pass a budget that reflects our ability to finance our own operations. There's no reason why the members of the National Assembly added themselves 30 million shillings for CDF. What for? If you multiply 30 million shillings by 280 constituencies, that is 87 billion Kenya shillings. 8.7 billion Kenya shillings. Why are we doing that? For what? In fact, that money should be going to counties as part of the equitable share. The Speaker, we must confront these issues and deal with them as they are. The Speaker, with those many remarks, I support the motion.
Senator Samson Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to congratulate the majority and minority leader